What is it, guys? Welcome out to the PBA Season 2 Power Rankings for the post-draft. I am joined here with SkinnyBiscuit, but we're going to unmute our mic soon. But this is Season 2 of the PBA. If you were here earlier in my channel, a few months ago, I believe, you would have seen PBA Season 1. SkinnyBiscuit was a coach there, and now I am still not competing, but we are here for Season 2, and let me introduce SkinnyBiscuit to you guys. Alright, let's get it. Okay, there's SkinnyBiscuit. Welcome in. Boy! This guy. You really have to do that. My guy. Boy.
I just wanted to do that once.
Okay. We're here for the PBA Power Rankings of Season 2.
Wait, yo, we're rolling through with this?
Yes, my man, we are.
Alright, bet.
This is the final. So SkinnyBiscuit's YouTube channel is going to be linked in the description below. So you can go check out his own personal YouTube channel that he posted draft league content, I believe. Correct? That is completely correct. Okay, so would you like to start off at number 8? We have 8 coaches.
Alright, yo. So we got number 8 is Crepic Shadow. So yeah, Tyler, take it away.
Okay, Cryptic Shadow's team is Toxpex, Sizzle, Inteleon, Manchow, Frostlass, Dugtrio, Mega Aerodactyl, Ditto, Appleton, Blacephalon, and Girder. Now, the reason this team is in number 8, when we first looked at his team, we compared it to a few other teams, and he doesn't have a Fairy-type Pokemon, so, okay guys, we're back, hello. So, they don't have a Fairy-type Pokemon, which is pretty big, considering they're only Pokemon that can really knock out a Dragon-type Pokemon is their Appleton or his Frostlass. So, and nothing really wants to switch in against an Outrange or whatever, other than Sizzle is their main option for that. Boy, you gonna talk to me? Let's go.
What?
This guy. Okay. And we felt that the other teams had more powerful threats, and it doesn't really have, like, we have bulk teams on this, and we have offensive teams, and this one's kind of just in the middle. It doesn't really, it has more power than bulk, but it doesn't really have the power. And also with the Dugtrio, it doesn't have Arena Trap, so it's just a Terrified Dugtrio. I think they thought that I did have Arena Trap. Maybe. Ditto pick is interesting.
There's no way. They probably just wanted a rocker. They don't really see any other rocks.
They drafted it pretty early, though, I think. Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Have you got anything to say about this team?
Not really, man. As you said before, Dragon types kind of just come in on this.
Yeah.
The only resistance is, as you said, Scizor. But, I guess they have some things to deal with it, like Appleton, Frostlass, and Inteleon if it runs Ice Beam. So, we're only ranking this at 8 because we don't know the power of this person.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of excited to see this team shine. So, yeah.
Okay, at the number 7 spot, which is someone that I know pretty good, is Smiffleham, with their team of Kyurem Black, Reuniclus, Serperia, Florges, Mudsdale, Tauros, Mega Ampharos, Incineroar, Skarmory, Hitmontop, and Manaphy. This team has some good hazard removal on it, with a few Defoggers and a Rapid Spinner in Hitmontop. But it doesn't really have, when we were doing it against a few other teams that are at number 6 and 5 spot, I believe, it didn't match up as good against, like, with the Pacific cores of Dragon Fairy Steel and Water Fire Grass. Yeah.
I think the thing that puts me over the line is the dual Dragon typing. I just don't see Mega Ampharos really doing much for this team.
Yeah, I feel like a better a better electric type in that Mega slot, or just a Mega electric type in a better electric type overall would be better on this team. Um,
Well, I think the reason why he grabbed Ampharos is so he could use the plus 60 points to his advantage
oh yeah,
to
and pick up Manaphy
make
and
that work for
Skarmory.
his free slots. That's why he has Incineroar, Skarmory, and Manaphy.
Makes sense. Um, yeah, I see the offensive threat in Kieran Black. I was talking about it when the draft started. Um, Obviously Dragon
Due to
Dance and
the uh,
Icicle Crest.
due to the Dragon Dance nerf and the Icicle Spear,
Yeah, both of those
uh,
are banned in this league.
yeah, on Kieran Black. So that's something that he has to work with as well.
Yeah, being mitigated with that. But they're Dragon Fairy Styrical if they're putting Kieran Black in there instead of Mega Ampharos. It's kind of good with Skarmory, Florges, and Kieran Black. Um, just not as good, we feel, the overall team than the other teams. So, number 6 spot is going to be Burger, the coach of Stolpug, with the team Landorus, Therian, Togekiss, Arcanine, Vaporeon, Decidueye, Zebstrika, Mega Sissel, Latios, Nihilego, Persian, Alolan, and Avalok. You got stuff to say about this team? Because I know you know Burger pretty good.
So I think the main thing that I'm not a big fan of is this huge ice weakness that this team has. Landorus, Therian, 4 times weak to ice. Togekiss, weak to ice. Vaporeon, weak to freeze dry. Decidueye, weak to ice. Latios, weak to ice. And the only thing that this team can deal with is like Arcanine, maybe Vaporeon if they don't have freeze dry,
Mega
Mega
Sizzle.
Caesar, and I guess Avalok. But its special defense isn't really that great, and most ice type moves are specially defensive or special attack.
Yeah, I agree with that. They do have a lot of removal options, though. And I also look at things like Stealthers and stuff like that kind of doing it against this team with our Arcanine and Avalug even being weak to it, Togekiss being weak to it. Yeah, I feel like this
Yeah,
team
I agree.
could struggle against some pretty good offensive threat Pokemon that we'll see that other people picked. Even the Kieran Black that we just saw from Swiffleham. A few Pokemon that would have good coverage moves. If a Pokemon has an ice coverage moves and a ground coverage move, then you're probably going to go in against this Tiny team. Or an ice and electric goes in. So yeah. Is that all we got to say about this?
I think this team has a lot of really good pivot as well. With Landorus having U-turn, Vaporeon hitting that flip turn, you know. Decidueye getting U-turn, Zebstrika getting Volt Switch, Mega Scizor getting U-turn, like Persian getting Parting Shot. Like, there's a lot of pivot on this team.
Yeah. There really is. Okay. Then the number 5 spot, we have Visiclon, the coach of Cindy Shamans, with the team Celesteela, Silvally, Starmie, Nidoqueen, Umbreon, Cryogonal, Mega Charizard X, Raikou, Miltank, Hitmonchan, and Tapu Bulu. We thought we matched up against like a few other teams as well. Tapu really bet most of the other teams' grass and fairy type Pokemon now getting play rough, and also with Grassy Surge and Leech Seed being a really good recovery thing. Also having some very nice hazard removal and hazard setup with Nidoqueen having Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rogs, and also Miltank with the Stealth Rogs. And I thought that this team was pretty nice with Celesteela, Mega Charizard X, and Tapu Bulu being the Dragon Fairy Steel Claw. Anything you got to say, Skinny?
So I think that grassy terrain doesn't really work the greatest with this team because Mega Charizard X, it's most likely going to be trying to run those earthquakes, but it can't really do that with terrain up.
Yeah.
And same thing goes for like Nidoqueen, so it's gonna have to run special all the time to make use of Earth Power instead of Earthquake.
I suppose that is a
But
fun set though, especially
other
Nidoqueen.
than oh, alright. Well, other than that, I think this is a really strong team.
Yeah. They got some nice bulky Pokemon. They got some nice, really offensive Pokemon, with Charizard X being super offensive and things like Celesteela and Umbreon very defensive Pokemon. I think it's more defensive, but I think it could work putting on pressure against teams.
Yeah.
So, going to the number 4 spot, we have Surfernape. Is that his name? I don't know. Surfernape. Don't know. Let's go to the Drenched Town of Galicipods of the team. Zygarde 50%, Rotom Tornadus Incarnate, Fortress, Sneasel, Sandslash, Mega Mawile, Infernape, Cresselia, Amoonguss, and Ordino. This team having some pretty nice setup. By that I mean hazard setup. With Fortress getting Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rocks, Sandslash getting Stealth Rocks, Mega Mawile getting Stealth Rocks, and Infernape getting Stealth Rocks. Bit of hazard removal with Rotom getting Defog and Tornadus and Incarnate getting Defog.
Fortress also getting Rapid Spin.
Same with Sandslash.
Yep.
This team puts on a pretty good amount of pressure in the offensive side with Zygarde and Mega Mawile, also Infernape. But also have those bulky Pokemon. So this is like a bulky offensive team. Bulky Pokemon like Cresselia, Amoonguss, and Fortress. Also Rotom is kind of that pivoting Pokemon with Tornadus Incarnate also having U-Turn, Sneasel. Does it a Sneasel have U-Turn? I have zero idea.
I am not sure. I think it does.
We have zero idea. But Infernape gets U-Turn as well, so...
Right.
3 or 4 pivoting options on this team in the 3rd spot. And the 3rd spot is Exostar with its Rain team. Now, I pretty much love this team, okay? We didn't put it number 1, but I think this is a pretty nice team. I don't like the Mega Glalie pick. I don't know what Mega Glalie does in Rain.
He didn't even need it for Rain. The reason why he grabbed it is so he could take use of Tornadus Therian and Aegislash since he got the points for it. But this team is insanely strong. I have no idea why Barraskewda and Kingdra were tier 3.
We're sorry.
But he managed to see that, and he definitely took advantage of it. This is one of the strongest Rain teams that I've ever seen in drafts. I really hope that he uses it well.
Yeah, the nice Vileplume pick, the nice Tornadus Therian pick, the nice Zeraora pickup, Aegislash. It's a really nice team in my opinion as well.
Oh, definitely.
Piloswine getting Stealth Rocks, good momentum on this team with U-Turn on Pelipper and Tornadus Therian. Also Zeraora getting Volt Switch. I don't know if Armaldo gets U-Turn, but if it does, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on this team?
As you said, that Mega Glalie wasn't that well. I think it's actually a really good Mega. Like Refrigerate as an ability with the use of Double Edge or Explosion, it's going to fire off some big damage to opponents, and I'm not sure they can prepare for that. So I really hope he does use Mega Glalie well, because I think it could be used well in this team.
Alright. Number 2 spot is going to Aaron with his really bulky team. Clefable, Tangrowth, Alola, Dragology, Beware, Rotom Frost, Mega Sableye, Jirachi, Mamoswine, Talonflame, and Guzzlord. The last few picks, Mamoswine, Talonflame, and Guzzlord, aren't that bulky. But, like, when I first saw his first 2 picks being Clefable, Tangrowth, Alola, Mega Sableye, Jirachi, I was like, this is insane, you know? He doesn't really have that much removal, and his only ones being Rotom and Rotom Frost and Talonflame, I believe. And he probably thought of that, again, I told you this off there, is because he has the Mega Sableye to Magic Bounce things. But if Mega Sableye isn't Mega Evolved before people have already set up, like Stealth Rocks and stuff, then that could be really scary to get rid of those kind of things, like Toxic Spikes going in against this team or something like that. Considering currently his only other way to get rid of that would be Dragology. I don't think it's that powerful of a Dragon-type Pokemon, and matching up against some of these other ones like Zygo 50 and Kyurem Black and these Mega Charizard X, these crazy ones on these teams, Latios, I don't think it's that powerful of a Dragon-type Pokemon if I'm matching against the other ones, but I think this is still a pretty nice bulky team and can whittle down some other good teams. You got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I definitely think this is the stall team of the draft, which I'm kind of surprised because Burger's name is actually Stallgang, so I would have thought he went for something. But
I said that
I
as
think this
well.
is a really good team, and I hope he uses it well.
Yeah, I've also seen Aaron in a few of my other leagues and a few other leagues that I've been in, and he's a pretty nice battler. I've never seen him with this much skill before, I don't think, but it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do. Next
Definitely.
up, you can take over this one.
All right,
Is
so your
warning,
boys,
guys.
boys at
It's
first
your
place.
boy. Okay, it's your boy Skinny Biscuit. This is not biasism because I ranked him at number one before we even decided that it was gonna be him as my power rank other person. So you can talk about your team.
So I was first pick in the draft, so Tapu Koko, easy first pick. Like, if the only Pokemon that was there that was deserving of first pick, it was definitely Tapu Koko. So then I decided to follow it with Suicune and Kling Kling. Now the reason why I grabbed Kling Kling is because it was the freest tier 5 steel type of any of them. It gets access to rising voltage, which I can abuse with my electric terrain. With Tapu Koko, even though it's got some pretty bad special attack, it's going to be firing off those things pretty hard. Base 140 special, or yeah, base 140 rising voltage plus terrain boost. That is going to hurt. I also got Mega Lopunny, which I'm surprised I got because it's a really good Mega. It's got a bunch of new moves, got like close combat and stuff. I think it's gonna be really great. Then I also got like Suicune, Roserade, Entei. I
Also,
think
something to
that's a
note.
pretty
Something to
solid.
note about Megalopony is that it now gets U-turn in the DLC. So
Yo, that's crazy.
that's gonna be hype for you.
Definitely giving me that good pivot. Somehow I managed to get Dragapult, and that was like pretty late in the draft. So I'm really happy that I got that. Then I got Mandibuzz. So I got my tanky, this, you know. I finished off my draft with Mesprit and Frostmoth because I felt like I needed Stealth Rocks and some bulky Pokemon, so that's why I went for Mesprit. Frostmoth, I kind of just wanted a setup sweeper, you know? Just clicking that Quiver Dance, easy. Also gives me another Defogger, which is nice because I don't have any Rapid Spinners on this team.
Right. I like that you didn't talk about Lycanroc at all, but love that.
Eh, I
Yes,
kind of just
and
grabbed it
get out
because
of
I
here.
wanted rocks.
Alright then. Well, I would like to see that traded away then. If it's that case, I think your cools are pretty nice though. Water, grass, fire, what etc. That's a nice cool. Suicune, Roserade, and Entei. Roserade's a really powerful grass type Pokemon, and Suicune's a really bulky water type Pokemon. Entei also another powerful fire type Pokemon, by that Banded Sacred Fire, and your Dragon Fairy Steel Core. I'm still not that 100% convinced about Kling Clan, but I think Tapu Koko and Dragapult just
Bro,
gonna
I'm
lift
gonna
up Kling
show you.
Clan. Wait, you show me, okay?
I'm gonna show you how powerful Kling Kling
But
is,
I
man.
think your fairy dragon is OP as hell. Coco and Dragapult. Let's just pretend Lopunny is a fairy type, okay? Lopunny, Dragapult, and Tapu Koko is an amazing core by itself. It's an amazing three Pokemon together, okay? Yeah, your only thing that I'm kind of iffing on is your setup with like hazards, because right now it's only really Mesprit and Lycanroc, and Toxic Spikes and Roserade. But I don't know how good Lycanroc is with Stealth Rocks. Um, yeah. So I think you're gonna be relying
Yeah,
on Mesprit and Roserade a lot of the time. Mainly Mesprit though to
definitely.
set up Stealth Rocks. Um, so yeah, that's gonna conclude PBA Power Ranks, post draft Power Ranks. You guys will see me on the week one battles, and then you'll see Skinny Biscuit again after week one to power rank all the battles. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You got anything final to say?
Nah, I'm
Just
vibing.
just go subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm posting GPL matches, so that's cool. Yeah.
Okay then guys. Well, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and also subscribe. More YouTube videos coming your way. Peace out, Skinny Biscuit.
Bye.